Hey everybody, this is Russ from Retro Game Core. Today we're going to be reviewing a unique accessory for the Steam Deck. And as you see me pulling a bunch of things out of this bag here, you might be thinking, okay, well it's a tech bag and you can use any of these bags for the Steam Deck. But as far as I can tell, this is the very first bag that's been made with the Steam Deck in mind. And this bag is made by a company out of San Francisco called Waterfield. And these folks are known for making very specialized gear for a lot of gaming devices. In this one they're calling the complete case for the Steam Deck. And inside we're going to find a bunch of compartments that are made specifically to size for different accessories that you would want to have with the Steam Deck. And so as you can see here, in addition to the Steam Deck, we have a keyboard and mouse. And then of course you have space for things like a dock or an AC adapter or a controller. And so in this video, we're going to do the same thing I do in all my other reviews. We're going to put this thing through its paces and see what I like and what I don't like about this one. And you might be thinking, well, Russ can't make an entire video about one bag, can he? And the answer to that is yes, of course I can. And so without any further delay, let's jump into it. And so here is a look at the Waterfield website. Now, in addition to doing gaming devices, they do other tech, so you can find things like laptop cases and stuff like that. And the products they offer are continuously revolving, and so right now we have options for the Steam Deck, Analogue Pocket, Nintendo Switch, and even the Logitech Cloud. Now these products are all made in the United States and use high quality materials and are made in small batches. And so because of that, the price is going to be much higher than something you would find maybe on Amazon. And this Steam Deck case is one of their more expensive models, so it is $239 and they have two different options. They have a ballistic nylon with black leather as well as one with chocolate leather. And between the two, I like the brown accents of the chocolate one, so that's the one I picked. Now by default, the bag comes with a standard 1.5-inch shoulder strap. We'll look at this here in a minute. However, if you do want to pay an additional $24, they have what they call the Supreme suspension strap available as an upgrade. And it looks like this one here has a nice shoulder pad to it. Now, one thing to make note of, it is $24 for the upgrade when buying the case, but if you were to buy the strap on its own, it would be an additional $49 instead. So if you are thinking about upgrading your strap, I would definitely do it during checkout. Now, this is my first review unit from Waterfield, but this is not the first product of theirs that I've used. In fact, I use the sleeve for my MacBook almost every single day. On top of that, I have some of their canvas cases for the Analogue Pocket. I also have one for the Switch Lite, which I use for my Odin. And then I have a larger canvas one as well that I use for my Logitech Cloud or INEO devices. And so yeah, even though these are a little bit pricey, I found that these are some of my favorite cases to use when I'm out and about. And quick disclosure about the review unit here, no money was exchanged in any way, all opinions are my own, and they are not seeing this video before I release it. Okay, and first impressions here, I'm really happy that I went with the chocolate accents here. I think a little pop of the subdued leather color here just looks very nice. Next impression is that this thing is super sturdy. Everything has been stitched really well, and it just feels very high quality. On the back, we have two high quality rings here for connecting the strap. And the design here is very simple and low profile. There's one single nylon strap here that's been stitched across the front, and then it ends right here on the back. And so yeah, it gives me a bit of a messenger bag vibe altogether. I do like the fact that everything is designed very subtly. The fastener here for the flap is actually a magnetic slider, and it's very satisfying to clip in and out. Now inside, the material here is a very soft fleece, and I really wasn't expecting it to be so soft and cushy inside here given how rugged it is on the outside. But yeah, it's super soft in here, it's like petting a rabbit. Now within the bag itself, you're going to find a bunch of different compartments of different size and length. And additionally, you can see that the compartments are a little bit kind of loose looking. And I think this was done on purpose to accommodate different sizes of accessories. We'll get more into detail when we actually start filling this thing up. Moving over to the front pouch here, you can see it has a nice golden color inside, and it has a bit of a honeycomb design as well. And generally this pouch is supposed to be used for cables, and then also has these little pockets here for micro SD cards. So let's go ahead and start filling it up. First thing first, let's add the Steam Deck, which has a little strap here to hold it into place. Next, I'm going to take my 75% keyboard and put it in the bottom slot right here. Now mine uses low profile keys, but if you had full-size keys, I think it would work just fine. Next, we have two different slots on the opposite side for AC adapters, one on each end. I'm just going to put in one for now because I want to use the other pocket for something else. In the center here, opposite of the keyboard, there's a space for a controller. And it looks like any of these standard size controllers will fit just fine. Up top, opposite of the Steam Deck, we have two extra spots right here. So here you could put something like a mouse and then also a dock. I don't have the official Valve one here, but I'll use something a little bit bigger. And so yes, so far we have plenty of room to put all these accessories and more things as well. Inside that front pouch, I'm going to go ahead and put an HDMI cable as well as one micro SD card with Botacera inside. And so right here we have a pretty typical setup for accessories for the Steam Deck using some of the minimal things you would want to use. In fact, there's so much room here, I'm going to add a couple more things here. So starting with an Anker power bank. This one I'm going to put in the opposite pouch here where the other AC adapter is supposed to go. It's a little bit snug to initially get in, but after that it's just fine. On top of that, I'll add a power cable to be able to charge my Steam Deck with the battery pack. And we still have a bunch of extra space, so I'm going to go ahead and add these TCL smart glasses right here. So now I can charge the Steam Deck, I can dock it to a monitor with a keyboard and mouse, or I could hook up these glasses and enjoy the big screen right here on my face. So yeah, I think at the end of the day, we got plenty of space here for all sorts of stuff. Okay, and so here's a look at that 1.5-inch shoulder strap. This is the standard one that comes free with the case itself. It's a pretty simple strap as you can see here, but it has metal hardware and feels premium as well. The clips themselves feel super solid and they have a nice Waterfield branding to them here. And it also has a carabiner style latch mechanism. To attach it to the bag itself, super simple, you would just press the latch against it here. And from there it locks into place, super handy. I also like that it has a 360-degree rotating attachment here. This has been handy during practical use because it means that I haven't had the strap get twisted. And so yes, while they do offer an upgraded strap, I think the regular one is just fine. Now I've been using the bag exclusively for about a week now, and so let me give you some impressions from that week. To start, I have found that holding the bag by its top handle is not the best experience. As you can see right here, because of the way the handle is situated, it's a little bit imbalanced. When it's full, the bottom of the bag will angle towards you. Now I ended up asking the company why they positioned the strap here on the back. And essentially what it comes down to is if they had put it at the top to make it more balanced, it would have put too much pressure on the flap instead. And so in order to make it sturdier and long-lasting, they made the decision to put it near the back instead. And the way they explained it to me here is that they kind of think of it as the top strap being the grab-and-go handle. In essence, this is what you would use to pick up the bag itself, but then you would sling it over your shoulder for actual use. And so once I wrapped my head around that idea and stopped thinking of it as a briefcase but more of an actual satchel, then it made a lot more sense. And it's a good thing too, because when using the shoulder strap, it is actually very balanced and really nice feeling too. You can either just put it right on the shoulder next to the bag itself, or you can cross it over your head, which is what I typically would do. And in this position, it is very nice and balanced. The bottom of the bag still kind of pushes against you, but it actually feels really good and weighted against the body. And so this is the position I've been using right here, having it across my chest right here and either on my side or on the back. And then generally I found it also to be comfortable to rest my hand on the strap as I was walking around. So in the end, yes, I found that holding it by the top handle was not the most comfortable experience for an extended period, but after I figured out just to use the shoulder strap, I had no problems at all. And so that would be my recommendation as well. If you are interested in getting this, I would think of it more like a messenger bag or something along those lines. Okay, and so putting everything together here, let's talk about what I like and what I don't like about the complete case for the Steam Deck by Waterfield. As always, we'll start with what I like. Number one, this is insanely high quality for a bag. The stitching on it has some expert craftsmanship, and I love the leather accents that are transposed with the nylon ruggedness. You can tell that this bag was made in a small batch with some really professional craftsmen. Next, I like that everything was designed and produced in the United States. I also felt that all of my accessories, including the Steam Deck, were well protected inside. In addition to the very rugged exterior that's going to protect everything from the elements, we also have that really soft fleece that pads everything nicely. I also like the fact that the bag itself doesn't look very gamery. In fact, if I walked around with this bag on a college campus, everyone would think that I'm like super smart and have all these school books inside. Little do they know that I have like the most luxurious way to play Vampire Survivors ever. Now, of course, no product is perfect, so let's talk about some of the things I don't like about this one here. Like I've mentioned a few times already, the top handle here is not perfectly balanced. If you only hold it by that handle like a briefcase, it's going to feel lopsided and out of place. Now, of course, using the shoulder strap completely eliminates this issue, but all the same, this was something that kept nagging at me during my week of testing. And I think that came down to the fact that everything else about this product feels exceedingly premium, but then we have this one small non-premium experience with holding that handle. Now, another big factor here is going to be the fact that this high-quality bag does come at a price. At $240, this is definitely not a product that is aimed at everybody. After all, the Steam Deck itself already comes with a case, and you can always just throw this in a backpack as well. What it really comes down to is whether or not you want a premium product like this to complement your Steam Deck. And I think for most people, throwing it in a backpack is going to be a super easy way to solve that issue. And finally, this one took a while for me to draw this conclusion, but the bag itself is going to outlast what it protects. The irony here is that the primary purpose of this bag is to protect a device that is not going to last anywhere as long as the bag itself. This is the kind of bag that I would expect to last 20-25 years. Meanwhile, in that span of 20-25 years, the Steam Deck will become its own type of retro technology. And so one thing to think about here is having a high quality bag like this for a specific piece of tech means that the bag itself might also become obsolete. Now, I don't actually see that happening with this bag here. For example, this is not specifically fitted for only the Steam Deck. It would also make a great bag for other handheld PCs like the One X Player Mini Pro right here, which I'll be reviewing next week. But then it's also going to work with something like the Logitech Cloud or a full-size Nintendo Switch as well. And so in the end, I'm kind of invalidating my own point right here. As long as people continue to make handhelds that are about this size, the bag will last just fine. However, when having a specialized bag like this, there is a risk that there will be a point where you don't need that specialization anymore. But at the end of the day, what you're probably wondering is whether or not I think this bag is actually worth the asking price. And as you can expect, I'm going to say that it all depends on you. If you're looking for a very premium way of hauling around your Steam Deck, I think that there's probably no better option than this one here. Because not only can it carry the Steam Deck itself, but all the other accessories that you would typically want to have with it anyway. And so not only does this bag become a mobile gaming station, but it can also be your mobile productivity station and everything else that you could ever need. But of course, you might already have a backpack or another bag sitting in your closet that might do the job as well. At the end of the day, this complete case right here does everything that it says it's going to do. It protects your Steam Deck, has all sorts of compartments for your accessories, and looks very classy as well. And so if you are looking to pamper your Steam Deck a little bit because you love it so much, then this might be your solution right here. Anyway, that's about it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this bag something you're interested in, or are you going to use something else? As always, thank you for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe if you found this helpful, and we will see you next time. Happy gaming.